Hello. Today I want to talk to you about God's power and how we can see and recognize God's power all around us. We see it in creation. Jeremiah 10 verse 12. But God made the earth by his power. We see it when there is healing, growth, and hope in the midst of our doubts, failings, and weaknesses. We see it in changed lives, demonic deliverance, and spiritual gifts. Luke 9 verse 1. When Jesus had called the 12 together, he gave them power to drive out all demons and cure diseases. His power can break the chains of addiction and slavery to sin. A friend recommended a short devotional this week that touched on step 2 of the Alcoholics Anonymous program, which says, "We came to believe that only a power greater than ourselves could restore us to sanity. His power can restore us and give us the strength to do difficult things, even when we think we absolutely cannot." Philippians 4 verse 13. I can do all this through him who gives me strength. And Isaiah 40 verse 30 and 31. Even youths grow tired and weary, and young men stumble and fall. But those who hope in the Lord will renew their strength. They will soar on wings like eagles. They will run and not grow weary. They will walk and not be faint. God's power makes it possible for us to grow in love for God and for others, and to grow as his disciples, furthering his kingdom here on earth. 2 Peter 1 verse 3. His divine power has given us everything we need for life and godliness through our knowledge of him who called us by his own glory and goodness. The book of Acts and letters to the churches in the New Testament say that God's power is seen in victory over darkness, in persevering through suffering for God, in miracles, and in becoming a united and loving church despite our differences, and in radical living to follow Jesus. The theme running through here is that the normal Christian life and church both involve being dependent on God's power. His power emerges through our weaknesses, failings, and lack of strength. This is counter to our cultural tendencies to try to be independent, individualistic, and strong on our own. But our true source of power is God in us individually and as a church. Following are 4 questions for reflection. Number 1, what interferes with God working miraculously and powerfully in our midst? Number 2, where have you seen God's power at work in your life and relationships? Number 3, have you seen God's power in our midst at HFL? 4, what would it look like to increase our hunger for God's presence and powerful work in our midst?